Bitcoin been bumping, but right now we got stuck at our critical resistance. Are the whales silently selling behind the scenes? Should you expect a huge crashing coming? Or is Bitcoin actually about to reclaim this resistance and continue towards new all-time high? What are the probabilities of a next move? Let's analyze.
My crypto paradise.
Hello ladies and gentlemen of Paradise Club, this is Simon from My Crypto Paradise. Welcome back, it's great to have you here. Today is Thursday and that means that you are watching the second video of this week here on YouTube. Let's recapitulate very quickly what we have been expecting from the previous videos. So not only that we have been predicting this crash, I have also told you that $82,000 is going to be the maximum target, right? And from here we have been expecting the bounce, and in the latest videos I've been sharing with you this trajectory, alright? I've told you this is very important resistance. We will see a crash from here towards here and then we will pump back. We've been basically analyzing the 5 moves to the upside, the A wave of our zigzag from a secondary wave on the higher degree, or fourth wave if you are still completing the first motive mode wave from a higher degree. If you are watching these videos on a regular basis, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So smash the like button and let's take a look right now how we are performing on Bitcoin. So beautifully we have crashed from here towards here. And then I have told you that we will start the third wave, right? This is the third wave. So can we actually go above that resistance and do this reaccumulation and then basically go towards that $101,000? Let's analyze, because right now something is critical is happening on the market and there is some change of the picture of the buyers, or is there? Let's take a look right now what's going on behind the scenes. So we can see clearly short positions are increasing, all right? Very heavily, all right? Short positions are increasing very heavily, but we need to take a look. How is it looking with open interest? And the open interest is actually during this short position increase not increasing that heavily. When we have got a heavy open interest increasement was during opening of this long positions. Take a look at this one, alright? Right below our resistance, right at the smaller degree fifth wave, which is usually the end of the cycle, right? So this is very important to understand. This is very important to understand. The long positions, the heavy big players being closing, we are still having some opened, but you can see heavy closure on those, all right? It was liquidating some short positions as well during that on a very low time frame, but right now we are picking up on some short positions without moving the open interest that heavily. So what's happening? What does it mean? It means that somebody big is opening short positions, but it's hiding it well. It's hiding it well on that buying liquidity that we are getting in the market from retail, all right? Let's take a look right now how we are understanding that. Basically open interest right now is increasing, but long positions are piling in, short positions are distributing on the buy and liquidity. What does it mean? More long positions right now are in the market, more per se over-leveraged long positions are in the market right now, which is favoring more long squeeze. So right, open interest finally from the downtrend started to create a first higher low, all right? And we need to understand who is actually right now in a bad situation, and it's actually over leveraged long positions right now, all right? From a smaller time frame, we will be talking about that. We need to understand the sentiment on 15 minutes time frame that you can monitor with me on our website mycryptoparadise.com, and we are at that magical point 80. What does it mean 80? I've told you many times when you can analyze that on the fear and greed index on our website mycryptoparadise.com, we are at 80 on any time frame and it's confluencing nicely with some important resistance. It's usually a top-in signal, right? And when we are at 20 and you can basically confluence it with some nice support, it's usually working nicely as a bottom-in signal. So this is very important to understand. We are at resistance. Sentiment is very high, all right? And it went high quite quickly over a few 15 minutes. You can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, all right? 4 15 minutes increasements and we have went basically from 40 to 80. So this is clearly some kind of fear of missing out at at resistance from retail players. We can actually see it behind the scenes as well. The long positions are increasing, right? As you can see right here, very small increments, big shorts without really increasing the open interest. It's absolutely clear. But we need to also consider the footprints. We can actually see that on market order, we are having some bearish selling imbalances right here, right here, right here, right here, loads of stacked ones, all right? If we will start pumping to the upside, they will be trapped, but not until then. If we take a look at here on the order book suit, we can see that the accumulation that was happening right here, where we have been buying together, right, is getting distributed again at these high prices, all right? So right now we can see below us a nice buy wall, 164. This is big, all right? 30 right below it. So this is big, but we need to understand that this buy wall can actually be one of the big player buy walls, all right? And what they are usually doing when they are faking those buy walls or sell walls, that basically they are holding the price in a distribution mode for them. They are basically not allowing Bitcoin to crash because they have put there the buy walls. So the bots and professional traders that are day trading or scalp trading, they're afraid to start shorting when they see such a buy wall below them, right? So the big players are actually keeping the price in a distribution zone. Basically, it's consolidating. They have enough time to distribute, and then they delete the buy wall, and then they can start crashing the market. And basically, because you understand there is loads of over-leveraged long positions right now in the market, we can see it on the funding rates. As you can see, they are heavily positive. Right now is the complete opposite of what I have been sharing with you when we were at the bottom right here, right? So they have went quite positive. Again, accumulated funding rates, the most important one, all right? And again, you can monitor that on our website, markettoparadise.com. So we can actually assume that right now the long squeeze might be a higher probability, all right? And we actually need to decrease the sentiment again on the 15 minutes time frame, so then we can continue in our bull trend, all right? As you can see on the 15 minutes, we are at 80. However, on the higher degree time frames, we are very far away from 80, all right? So daily is still bullish, which is the high time frame. Medium time frame, we are in a neutral zone, which is good, and 1 hour still at neutral zone as well. But we need to get some kind of long squeeze, in my opinion, to decrease the sentiment a little bit, all right? And let's take a look right now what's going on with the technical analysis side, so we can understand if it's technically favorable that we will have some squeeze to the downside before continuation in our trend to the upside, yeah? So let's recapitulate the weekly time frame. You know exactly what's happening. If you are watching these videos frequently, you know that we have been basically expecting since July 14th. If you are in our free Telegram channel, and if you are a frequent regular watcher of these YouTube videos, you know that I have told you with the highest probability we will start crashing from that $121,000, and I have been predicting a crash towards $88,000. But if you are a regular watcher of these videos, you know that then we have been extending the target towards $82,000 maximum, right? Because the first motive wave from the higher degree perspective had an extended fifth one, all right? So right now I've told you that we will see a secondary wave pump, right? And we have two main levels for this bounce. It's $101 and $110,000, as you remember. So right now we are here, we are at that 82, we have been jumping from there, and basically you need to also understand that there is some probability that the first motive wave, this one that started from that $121,000, might not be yet finished. But does it really matter for our trading tactics that we are doing in Paradise Family VIP? Actually not. Let me explain to you why. Because the first motive wave, as you know from our MCP Free University, I hope that you are learning in our MCP Free University, because it's basically totally free. It's the best learning material because we have been preparing that with the Paradise team, and you can absolutely master the technical trading side, all right? And you can be a really professional trader if you can complement it with some professional trading strategy, and then entry and exit tactics, trading tactics. You can be really good. Also, if you include some risk management, the psychology behind it, etc., and if you can adjust the trading strategies based on the market cycles. But the technical, that's absolute basics, right? And basically it's prepared from the Paradise team, so it's a high quality. It's basically a professional article for you, absolutely for free on our website, mycryptoparadise.com, in our MCP Free University. So basically you can see that the first motive mode wave of an impulse, this is an upward impulse, but if you are digging deep in these articles, you know that there is also existing the downward impulse. It's pretty much the same thing. It follows the same rules from the Elliott wave theory. It follows the same guidelines. But the important thing is that the first motive mode wave, the first wave of that impulse is a motive mode wave. What does it mean? It means, because it's a motive mode wave, it subdivides itself into 5 smaller waves, and it can be either an impulse itself, or because it's start of an impulse, it can be a leading diagonal. All right, also 5-wave structure. Let's take a look at it. So right now we know that this was the first wave, this was the secondary wave, and then there is a probability that this was the third wave, fourth wave, and this was the extended fifth, right? So that's why you here see the number 5. Does it matter? Actually doesn't, but because if we are right now starting the secondary wave with the highest probability, because the secondary waves of an impulse or also leading diagonal, there are deep corrections. That means they are retracing more than 50% of that first motive mode wave. All right, so deep correction, corrective mode waves are zigzags. Most likely in 90% of cases it's a zigzag or a double zigzag, right? And the double zigzag or zigzag, it's a 3 waves structure. All right, a simple zigzag has only A, B, C, and the A and C waves are motive mode waves. All right, and if you analyze also on the lower time frame, like a daily time frame, the structure of basically the first higher degree wave, you know that if there is secondary case, and the secondary case is that this is just a third wave of that first motive mode wave, that means we are having a first wave, secondary wave, third wave. All right, and basically because you understand that this subwave was very long but shallow, the next wave of that same structure will be deep, right? So if it's a fourth wave of this structure, it will be deep, and it will be a zigzag with the highest probability as well. So we are waiting for $110,000. I would be inclining more towards the thing that the first motive mode wave is already finished, all right, but the structure will be pretty much similar. I do believe that we will need to touch that $101,000 at least first. That will be the A wave of ABC or a fourth wave of that higher degree wave impulse. Then we will have a retracement B wave and then a C wave. And basically what we will be doing in ParadiseFamilyVIP original membership, we will be doing that we will be taking a look and waiting for some nice confirmations, and we will be riding down the trend. So we will be doing the thing that we will be looking for nice shorting opportunities right here and right here as well. Obviously we will not be doing that blindly. We will be waiting for confirmations from whales. We are monitoring the market 24/7. This is the idea right now, what's gonna happen, right? But as you know, the markets can change anytime. The whales, there's many whales in the market that is handling billions of dollars. The whales that have been accumulating when Bitcoin was very, very cheap, all right? Like multiple years ago. So they can basically just emotionally do something, right? They can sell or buy. That's basically what's Elliott wave about. It's basically a psychology style of trading, and the psychology style of trading right now telling us that the big whales will be deciding to start selling at the top of the first lower degree wave right here, and also right here, because it's a very important Fibonacci retracement level. The Fibonacci retracement level is shaping the whole universe. It's shaping the nature, etc. And it's also, because we are from nature, right, shaping the human behavior, because it's actually shaping our brains. So that's why it works. Elliott wave theory and Fibonacci levels, that's why it works, all right? So this is right now the idea, but again, it might change. But the price action looks like right now like this, all right? From the weekly time frame perspective, this is the idea. Let's take a look on the daily time frame perspective. We need to understand we are right now at that 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level. We are at that resistance, and this is going to be a hard time, right? So basically, what are we doing with ParadiseFamilyVIPs? Are we right now longing? No, we have been opening longs right here at the bottom, right? Right now, are we shorting? No, because it's not really favorable from a swing trading perspective. Are we shorting on day trading activities? Maybe we might open some short. Are we shorting on scalp trading opportunities? Well, well, there might be some nice short-term opportunities, but I cannot exactly tell you what we are doing inside of ParadiseFamilyVIP, right? But the important thing is that from swing trading perspective, this is not the time to start longing, all right? This is not the time to start longing. Not only it's a low probability play, but also it's a not really great risk to reward. And as you know, if you want to be long-term profitable in crypto trading, you need to be entering only the highest probability trades with a greatest risk to reward. So when you lose as small as possible, and when you win, you need to maximize your profitability. And that's why you are developing for yourself the trading strategies and trading tactics that help you with entering and exiting the trades. All right, right now let's take a look also at the momentum indicators. We can see a bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. Is it confirmed? No, it's not yet confirmed, but we need to be aware of that. All right, we are waiting for the momentum to really start creating a lower highs. It's not yet happening, and we are having a bullish cross, but we need to understand that the price action is actually created lower high so far. All right, it's continuous, so it's not confirmed yet, but we are having much higher momentum so far than the previous high. So a warning sign, just to be something to monitor for you. All right, so monitor that. Let's take a look on the RSI. No bearish divergence. Do we have a bullish divergence? We don't, right? But we have got the beautiful reclaim that I've been talking about, and we are close to oversold area, and I will be waiting until we get back to overbought area, and I do believe it might be nicely confluencing with that 101 and $110,000. Stochastic RSI, this is exactly what I've been talking about. Lots of people told me, but we are in an overbought area, and I have told you, but we have got a bullish cross, right? So we can spend a lot of time right here. So we are in an overbought area, but the bull flags are looking upwards. That means bulls are still in power on daily time frame, and this is nicely also confluencing with the fear and greed special index that we have on our website on the daily time frame. We are quite in a bad sentiment, still fear, right? So we have way enough room to go towards 80. So let's take a look right now on the 4-hour time frame, because there might be something that will show us what's going to happen next with the highest probability on the lower time frames. So take a look at the momentum. The momentum, the price action basically created a slight higher high, as you can see the momentum as well, right? But the momentum is already decreasing right now. If we will get a bearish cross, this might trigger actually some selling pressure like it did once we have finished the first motive mode wave and started the second, right? The second we have been predicting nicely because it was very easy. It was the expanded flat, and then we have got a nice buy opportunity right here. Let's take a look right now on the stochastic RSI. We are close to overbought area, and right now we are trying to get a bearish cross. If you take a look, are we having some bearish divergences? Well, we have got a higher high, and right here we are getting a slow lower high. As you know from our website, this is one of the bearish divergences, and we are also getting the bearish cross, right? Take a look at this. We are getting a slight bearish cross. It's not a proper reclaim. We are waiting for confirmations that we will see. Take a look at this. All right, let me find it for you. Bearish divergences right here. Okay, so you can pretty much analyze what's going on based on looking on our bearish divergences on our website mycryptoparadise.com. So what do you see right here? Higher high but lower high on the momentum indicator, right? So price higher high, lower high on the indicator. It's a strong bearish divergence, so it's playing nicely to your bearish points. All right, to your bearish points, and the more probabilities you have on your side, the better idea you can have if you go aggressive, defensive, or if you want to do something in trading or sit on your hands, right? So right now we are waiting for a proper bearish reclaim. I want to see this line to be not only having the cross and closure of that 4-hour candle below it, but also then a retest, and then I will see that we might have a continuation and the price might go much lower, right? Stochastic RSI, both legs are looking to the downside. All right, we are going from overbought area, looking to the downside. There might be a sign, this is a sign actually, that bears are starting to get in control. All right, so we might start having some downside pressure, but to where it's gonna happen? Well, first of all, from the 4-hour time frame perspective, I want to see this moving average trend line to be reclaimed as well, right? It will be nicely confluencing with the RSI indicator. And where is the support? So if you will start dumping, and also we need to understand that we are right now in the third motive mode wave, wave, right? So this was the first wave, secondary wave, third wave is right now starting. If you know how the ABC zigzag looks like, the A wave is a motive mode wave. That means it subdivides itself into an impulse or a leading diagonal, all right? So the A wave basically subdivides itself into 5 smaller waves. We have got a first wave, secondary wave, beautiful, and right now we are starting the third wave. Where did I say that the third wave is gonna finish? With the highest probability at that 1.272 Fibonacci retracement level, which is at around $98,000. It's right here, right? But you can see that we are having a pretty much very, very high already, the first motive mode wave. So either this is just expanded structure of that third wave, or this is really just a first wave of that 5 moves, all right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is right now an ending diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need to have 5. If that's going to be completed on a lower time frame, we get a confirmation. It will be nicely confluencing with the break and reclaim of the moving average trend line. We can see we will be predicting and we will be targeting downside momentum, a slight one. We will be waiting for the fear and greed index on that 15 minutes time frame to start decreasing from that 80, because we understand there needs to be a short squeeze. If loads of retailers right now FOMOing into a resistance, it's working beautifully for the market makers as a distribution exit liquidity, right? So we might have a slight price action to the downside towards this support, all right? $88,000, that's going to be the first target, our area, all right? However, if this is the first motive mode wave, let's take a look, it's going to be better visible on the 1 hour time frame. We will be starting the secondary, right? So this is the higher degree third wave that I do believe will be finishing at around $98,000 right here at the upper boundary of our low time frame resistance. And that means we need to subdivide itself into 5 smaller waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then higher degree fourth wave will be basically reclaiming and flipping this resistance into support, as we have been expecting basically in the previous video that I recorded for you a few days ago, right? So third wave, fourth wave, changing this resistance into support, fifth wave around $101 to $103,000, all right? Because 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level is right here, so it might actually extend towards $103,000, all right? So right now, however, what we are focusing on, there might be some nice, if this is really the end of the first motive mode wave. Right now we are doing the ending diagonal. We will be having the secondary wave, which might take us, all right, towards that $88,000, which is nicely confluencing with this medium time frame historic price action level. It's also 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level from far long away price action that we have had in a history. But also if we analyze the first motive mode wave, 618, and as you know, the secondary waves are deep corrections, is right here at around $88,000 as well, all right? So this might be a beautiful support, and as you know, the maximum target would be 100% retracement. It's very rare for that, but some invalidation levels should be below this if you are planning too long, and basically with the highest probability it will just touch maximum the 786, yeah? So definitely if we are right now completing the first motive mode wave, you know exactly what we are doing from day and scalp trading perspective. I cannot reveal you what we are doing exactly, where we have our clear entry, exit, and invalidation levels. That's what we are doing and sharing with you in ParadiseFamilyVIP. It wouldn't be even possible, right? Because these videos are not exactly live. You are seeing everything like few hours later. But the main idea right now is that I would like to see a price action to the downside. If we will get it from the swing trading perspective, we would be waiting for confirmations and we would be increasing our long positions, all right? Right here. We might already be securing the previous ones that we have been opening lower, right? But it's our trading strategy, our trading tactics, how we are working around in this market. But right now, high probability is that we are really finishing the first motive mode wave. This is an ending diagonal, and we will have a secondary wave towards here, all right? And if this is going to be holding, then we will start the third wave, all right? So the third wave will basically take us, as I've already told you, towards this, right? Then we will have a fourth wave, and then a fifth wave, and then the higher degree fourth wave will take us in that kind of structure of reclaiming this resistance into support. So like this, I need to see a completion of the higher degree third wave right now. That's the most important thing, right? Towards around $98,000. This is a bit exaggerated, but you know, basically the basic idea. Right now we need to complete the third wave. I've told you it will finish with the highest probability right here, which is $98,000 something. It's subdividing itself, the third wave, into 5 small waves, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will complete the third wave, and then we will start the fourth wave, and then the fifth wave will take us towards basically $103,000 maximum, yeah? So right now you know exactly the basic idea. I'm looking for a possible retracement, then continuation, bang, it will be third wave, fourth wave, bang, that will be completed, the hard degree third wave, and then we will start the fourth wave, this one, that will basically reclaim this resistance and turn it into support, and then voila, we will start pumping towards $103,000. I want to see this, yeah, to be retested. So paradisers, definitely think deeply about your trading style, all right, and wait for proper confirmations, and I will see you again on Saturday. I hope that you have got some value from this video. If you have got it, definitely feel free to smash the like button. You know that I'm not from the swing trading perspective. I'm not probably gonna short this, all right, with the Paradise team. From swing trading perspective, I'm repeating, all right, because the probability and the risk reward is not that high. What I'm more focusing on, because we have been opening unlock positions right here, we will be with the highest probability, or we have already done, I cannot reveal that, moved stop loss to break even, all right, and we will be waiting for a possible increasement of long positions if we will get the opportunity on the possible secondary wave, yeah? So everything like dump, because what I have been sharing with you, medium and high time frame are still bullish. If we will have some dump, all right, we will be treating that as a bullish possibility. There is obviously still possible that if we will not be able to reclaim into resistance this moving average trend line, we are still in a bull trend, all right, and there is no need to be shorting when we are above this moving average trend line. So definitely play it with a great tactic, and I will see you again in the next video. Cheers. We are targeting $103,000, and I do believe we will get it. Also that $110,000 before the higher degree continuation of our bearish trend. Paradisers, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again on Saturday. Cheers.